Damn, 2 videos in a 7-day period about Goresh? Man, you must be fishing for views, huh? You're just a view-hungry bitch, aren't you, DS Asylum? I know. I'm such a view whore. I know. I'm sorry, but there is something that I do want to actually talk about here. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your warder, Dimitri Strine, and today, yesterday, as I am recording this, and as you guys are probably seeing it, Goresh posted this video called The Biggest Problem, or like one of, or the biggest problem in Legends right now. And he basically talked about the absurd fucking degree that power creep has taken pretty much since the androids, with a nod to last year's Legends Festival. And he went pretty in depth about why he believes it's the biggest problem in the game. And while there are a treasure trove of issues this game has, I've spent the past 3 fucking years talking about them, would I say it's the biggest problem? Maybe. In terms of PvP, which is what the main audience of this game is trying to play, yes. For anyone who actually gives a shit about the PvP environment, which again is probably like, if we're being generous on the low side, 70% of the player base. Again, that's being generous on the low end. That's lowballing the shit out of it. 70% of the player base does care about PvP. And in that realm, I would say this is the biggest issue. And this video is not going to be me countering any of Goresh's points like my last video. This is me more expanding on it, because I do feel like this is an issue that more people should be talking about. I think he has started something here. For once, I wasn't the first person to make a video about something, even though technically I kind of made the same type of video like 2 years ago. But because I knew it was going to happen, I seem to have the fucking foresight for this shit. But there are things that I do want to add to it, and basically just drive home his point that power creep, at least over the past few months, has gone up way too much. And I think the biggest way to demonstrate just how ridiculous power creep in this game has become is by looking at the most recent free-to-play character, or characters. This man right here, specifically Raspberry. I would argue that if you remove the anniversary units and the androids, you could realistically see at least Raspberry himself, and maybe the yellow one was in Monray, I think was the yellow one. I don't fucking remember, but the yellow one and Raspberry, at least a decent amount in PvP, right? Because they're actually pretty good units. Like, for some reason, they've had this really good streak of free-to-play units, really since the Legends Festival, I would say. They've had a lot of really good free-to-play units, from the Yellow Rosé, the Pod Frieza, the Android 18, the Red 21. Like, there have been so many really good free-to-play units. However, none of them have really been able to compete with the top units, because one thing that Goresh says in his video that is 100% true, and that's these units are just so much better than the rest of the game that you're actively putting yourself at a disadvantage if you're not using at least one of them. Like, if you guys have watched any of my videos over the past at least 2 weeks, you've seen that in most of those videos, I'm using the anniversary team. I'm using MUI, Dragon Fist, and Ultra Vegito. Why am I using that team? Because once I get to a certain point in PvP, I'd say about a week into PvP, the question arises of just, why would I force myself to work 10 times harder than my opponent just to win a match? Right? I don't love this game that goddamn much. I'm not willing to dedicate that much fucking time to this game, to be grinding it with whatever I want. And I used to do that. You guys know this channel used to be known for being the only channel on YouTube where someone mained the girls team for 2 entire years. I mained girls. And it really wasn't until the Legends Festival that I stopped doing that. And even after the Legends Festival, I would still, use it every now and then. But I have not used the girls team a single time since the anniversary specifically. Like, since the anniversary started, I have not used that girls team once. The last time I used it was when 17 and 18 came out, and I ran them on girls in the leader slot. That was it. That was the last time I ran that team. And when I did my Kale showcase. I did run girls in that video as well. However, that also had 17 and 18 on it, so, it doesn't really prove my point when I'm using what was considered the best unit in the game at the time, what some would still consider the best unit in the game at the time. I think you could go either way with it. Me personally, I think they're still the best. I think Vegito not nullifying special cover change in a more consistent way, a more reliable way, is what drops him down, because special cover change nullification is just way too important. And him only getting that off of his counter for 10 counts, like, if you could combo off the counter, then sure, it'd be fucking broken, but you can't. So, I feel like I gotta give the android a slight edge because of that, and they just outright nullify that fucker's endurance. So his endurance isn't even a factor against them. But anyway, it's become very obvious that you just can't run 99% of the units in this game. Because if you do, you're just putting yourself at way too much of a disadvantage. Like, I would love to do, a bunch of different videos. I actually do try and record a bunch of different videos. Sometimes they work and I just don't upload them, either because something else happens and it takes up that slot, or I just don't really like the matches in the video. One of those being, I revisited the purple merge Zamasu, the Zenkai one. He did really great. I just never uploaded that video because I then got Urine to 9 stars and wanted to do her video first, and because that video had 15 fucking matches in it, kind of moved Zamasu out. If you guys want me to revisit that, by the way, if you guys want me to revisit my revisit, let me know in the comments. But it really is just outright ridiculous how much better the top 5 units in this game are compared to everything else, especially the top 3. Like, I would say against UI Goku and Dragon Fist, while they are annoying, well, UI Goku's annoying, Dragon Fist is just good. Dragon Fist isn't the tankiest fucker in the world, so he's not hard to kill, but he's a nightmare when he's the one comboing you. If he's the one with the advantage, you're just screwed. MUI, I don't hate MUI, I hate MUI players. You fucking troglodytes that just stand there and do nothing. Like, do me a favor, right? This is actually an exact line that you're gonna hear in a future video, by the way, called Types of Dragon Ball Legends Players. This is stolen straight from that video that I'm gonna post in a few days. But if you're the type of person that just stands there with Master Ultra Instinct Goku, I'm gonna need you to put the phone down, go outside, touch some grass, stop wasting my oxygen, and go contribute something to society. Because you are nothing but a stain on this planet that is wasting my very limited supply of oxygen, since humans keep wanting to cut all the damn trees down. My oxygen supply is getting less as the years go by, and you fuckers are wasting it. Go contribute something to society, damn it. But realistically, I can't even blame people for doing that, because it's the type of fucking playstyle that he invites, and there's no unit in the game that can just straight up counter that. It's like, what do you do other than just stand there with him? What do you do? What the fuck do you actually do? It's so stupid. You can't counter him. You can't counter. If you try to, he counters you. Literally. He literally counters you. You try to do anything against Vegito, he literally counters you. You try to do anything against Gogeta, he blast armors you, destroys your whole fucking hand. Try to do anything against the androids, green card, you're fucked. You try to do anything against Dragon Fist, main ability, you have no fucking vanish now. Like, it's each of these units. That's only one aspect of each of these units too. That just enabled them to counter the entire fucking game. But then you take the rest of their goddamn kits into consideration, and it's just like, what are any of these units supposed to do? We're getting a new free-to-play cell in a few days. What the fuck is he gonna do? Like, honestly, what is he gonna do? On paper, he actually looks pretty good. But is he gonna fucking measure up to the top 5 units? No! Maybe he can tank hits from, like, Dragon Fist. Or Vegito. But what the fuck is he gonna do against the androids? Even the 18 half that he'll have type advantage over. What the fuck is he gonna do against Ultra Gogeta? What is he gonna do? These units just simply aren't good enough. And it's not because they're not good, it's because these top units are too good. Power creep in this game has gotten to such a stupidly high degree that nothing else in the game matters. There's no point in even bothering. If people are right and we get an LF Super Vegeta as our next LF, if he's not just straight up a top 3 unit, there's no reason to summon for him. I know people want him. I fucking want him. But if you can't read his kit and immediately say, oh yeah, this guy's busted, then there's no point. Because why would you summon for this unit, waste your goddamn crystals for this unit, just to pull maybe one copy of him, just for him to get bodied by every fucking person you run into in PvP? Why? Why would you do that? It's the biggest problem with Majin Vegeta. While I think the only thing he's truly missing is card draw speed, that lack of card draw speed actually does hurt him to such a degree that if you want to use him, you can, but why would you? Once you get to a certain level of PvP, why would you? I think he's better than people are giving him credit for, but he's certainly not on that level. And truth be told, I don't think Vegito Blue is either. Like, that might be a bit of a controversial statement. I don't really think Vegito Blue is either. I think if he nullified cover change, he would be, because the bastard would combo you for 45 years, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Tell me why I'm fucking retarded in the comments, please, because I genuinely don't see it. But anyway, you guys remember when you could run the fucking a pool squad in PvP and you could actually win matches with it? You guys remember when you could run girls in PvP? You probably don't, because I was the only one who had the balls to do it, but you could. I succeeded, damn it. I was in there with the top ranks of PvP, the fucking girls team, 2 fucking years. Can't do that shit anymore because the power creep is too stupid. Want to use my girls team, damn it. Know how much fucking time and resources I've put into 14 starring every fucking girls unit in this game? Just to tell me I can't use them because they can't compete with the units I'm running into in every fucking match. It's frustrating because I don't want to just use the anniversary units. I don't. I summoned for them. I want to use them, but I don't want them to be the only fucking thing that I can use. I want that team to be the team I bring out when I get salty about a loss and just want to make someone's day worse. That's what that team should be. That team should be the I'm a sore loser team. Not the default. That a team like that should not be my go-to. But it has to be my go-to. Because no matter how good at this game you are, there's no point in putting yourself at such a ridiculous disadvantage. I don't know, man. The reason I'm making this video is because I 100% agree with Goresh, and I think more people need to talk about this, which is why I'm going to put his fucking name in the title again so that more people watch the video, and then maybe it gets spread around a little bit and we can get some more people talking about it. So yes, this time I actually am using Goresh's name for views. Thank you very much. You think I'm fucking ashamed to admit that? No, I'm putting Goresh's name in this fucking title and probably the thumbnail so that it gets more views, so that we can actually try and get this circulating a little bit more. Goresh's channel is pretty goddamn big. It'll circulate. But every single person that can talk about this, the better. Dragon Ball Legends needs to get off their high horse about nerfing units. They are able to do it. They refuse to. And when your answer to a broken unit is make other shit broken, no, shit doesn't work. It just ruins the game. It does. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. There was no real order to this video. I kind of just, said shit. But with a topic like this, you don't really need it to be structured that well. Literally, no matter what I say, in any way I say it, it still drives home the point that power creep has gotten way too out of hand. And this game has always had a problem with power creep, but usually that power creep only happens during a celebration, and it's nowhere near as severe as it is right now. Second anniversary, the power creep was Vegito Blue. That was it. It was just him. Then it tampered for a while. Then it was Red Gohan, and it tampered for a while. I would argue that at least for the first few months of her release, Yellow 18 should have also been included in that, because she was out here 3-carding every unit in the game, including Vegito Blue. While I think she became really overrated really quickly, I'd say for those first 3 months or so, she was up there with Gohan. And then that was pretty much it. You had LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He was annoying. There's another unit that I think should be talked about, not because of him, but because of what he created, and that's Angel Vegeta. Angel Vegeta, while he himself was not that good, the team he created, I think, was one of the most cancerous setups that I've ever had the mispleasure of fighting in this game. Your only hope was winning by timeout. If you won the match at all, it was by timeout. Those matches are never fun. I don't like winning by timeout. First of all, while I don't want matches that only last for 10 counts, I also don't want matches that last for 6 entire minutes. Right? There's a nice balance, 2 to 3 minutes per match. That I'm willing to deal with. But these 30-second to 6-minute fights is just too much. And when you have these situations where your matches are either less than a minute or damn near 10, the power creep has gotten way too ridiculous. It just has. And honestly, I miss being able to run the shit that I want to run. I've always had a problem with this game not buffing more than like 2 or 3 tags at a time. But at the very least, there were multiple tags you could run that didn't have a lot, that had different characters on them. Now it's just these characters. And because of the leader slot, you can throw them anywhere you want. Last point before I leave you. You remember before the anniversary how LOE was, I wouldn't even say arguably, just was the best team in the game? When was the last time you actually fought LOE? Like, consistently? Like, sure, I'll run into it like a couple times a season, but I used to run into that team multiple times a day. I can now go an entire week without seeing that team. What? They spent 6 entire months buffing that tag just for it to disappear off the face of the game because of one celebration. That's not right. You cannot power creep an entire team, one that was considered the best in the game by a considerable margin, with only 3 units, 4 including the androids. 4 units that aren't even supposed to make a team together. 4 units whose main teams are completely disconnected. The only thing that connects them all is the fact that they all buff the Saiyan tag. It's too much. And honestly, I thought the power creep had gotten out of hand when Angel Frieza came out. I thought LOE was way too good at that point, and now look at where we are now. I tried to do an LOE video, and while I won most of my matches, I didn't exactly have that much fun. It wasn't fun. I don't know. This shit needs to be fixed. And that's pretty much all I've got to say about the matter for today. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that join button if you can. It really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below, and I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace. Damn, I make another video about Goresh, and this one's almost just as long as his was. I really am a view whore.
悪いな。これでも手加減してるんだぜ。